My name is Keld Andersen. I'm the International Service Manager. And I've been working for the company since 1997, where I started, also in service. And I've been in charge of service all the time in various areas. And right now I've been in charge of service in Thailand and building up the service business there together with our local service management team. And I would like to talk a little bit about what I call the yes syndrome that our people in Thailand has, or the Thai people in general has got. And the first time I actually experienced it was I was on vacation for many years ago. And I was looking for a local bank, or a bank with a specific name. And there I asked the people out in the street, in what direction do I find the bank? And I didn't get a clear answer. Then I said, can I find this bank in this direction? Yes, yes. So I was walking for half an hour and didn't find the bank. And then I asked some other people, where can I find this and this bank? And they were not very clear. So I said, can I find the bank in this direction? And they said, yes. So I was again walking there. And then I realized that I didn't understand what I said. And they have got this yes syndrome. They can't say no. So every time that they are a little bit in doubt, then they always say yes. And with the management team in service in Thailand, there I have been, as I said earlier, been in charge of building up the service business. And of course I had to go and visit our local management team. And I came up with some plans that I thought we should do, and I took into consideration what I thought their cultural differences that we have between us. And we made some plans together. And we were sitting and discussing it, and I was asking, do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. Do you understand where we need to go? Yes. Do we agree on this time frame and these plans? Yes. And we did that for 2 or 3 days, and then I went back home, and then we agreed to follow up on it the next month. And then I went out there again and tried to follow up on our plans, and nothing really has happened. And at that time, then I thought, okay, what went wrong? And I tried to go in and talk to them about why has nothing been happening here. And then I realized that they didn't really understand what it was that we agreed on. So we tried to make some other plans, and then I tried to turn my questions around a little bit and ask around the subjects to make sure that I also understood what they have understood from it, and then make the plans again with new deadlines and everything. And then I went back home, came down there again, and a little bit of things has happened. There was progress, but not too much. So that's work in progress, and you really have to make sure that they understand what it is that you've been talking about and what it is that you have agreed. So in order to do that, then you need to turn your questions around and ask if they understood it, and ask for the subjects that you've been talking about for them to explain what it is that you have been agreeing on, to make sure that you understand it. And sometimes it's not easy, because you really need to focus on the way that you ask the questions, and not only try to listen to what you would like to hear, but have to really put your ears out and think about what is it they're saying, and then interpret it in the way, because there's also a language barrier sometimes. Then you have to interpret it in your way so you fully understand what it is that they're saying yes to. And when you've got a very good relationship with them, then they'll also admit you're absolutely right. We can't say no. That is in our cultural, the way we are brought up, and that is just how we are. And it's something to do also with that we can't lose face. So that is how I have learned it, and how the way that I'm dealing with it, building up relations with them, get them to trust that I don't go back again and do something different, and don't blame them for anything, but you have to have the trust so you can be honest, and they can see that you're honest, and that you don't make a fool out of them, and so they don't lose face.